Hey guys, so this is another How to Summon video, and this time around we have some really nice options here. Oh yeah, for sure, these are really nice options, and it could be difficult to choose, but don't worry, I'll help you out with that. Well, let's start with our good old friend Artemis. Artemis is still, up until this day, a very used, very powerful hero, and the only Team Realm hero in the entire freaking game. So if you play purple, you're going to definitely need this realm hero specifically. Because there's a lot of enemy realms out there, and you have to have a way to actually beat them. But not only that, up until this day, she continues to be a very powerful counter hero. Specifically, more than anything on defense, if the team doesn't have a lot of shields and you go in and use an AoE attack, most likely the hero that you use to do that is gonna be killed. Like recently, I used my Chloe versus a team like this, and whoosh! She was killed right on the spot, and everybody else in my green team. So yeah, no fun, guys, for whoever attacks like crazy like that. The only way is actually doing strong single targets, and yeah. And with Artemis, if her realm is up and she's +5, she'll be able to actually revive over and over and over again, unless you remove the realm and all that good stuff. And that's easier said than done, especially in an Alia team. So Artemis is an incredibly powerful hero if you use her correctly. I've seen combos with her and other heroes that yeah. Oh my god. And yeah, she's pretty powerful stuff, guys, for sure. Let me show you a few heroes that you can actually combine her. Let's see, this gal here, Gracia. You can combine her with Gracia to do a bunch of things. You can combine her with Colette to do even more counter stuff. But more than anything, it's and the team that I've seen in combine most is with Alia and Mildred. Where are you, Mildred? And you add her with Molly. And when you add her with Molly and you put her on the left side, Molly's bursting is going to make her go off over and over and over. So you're always going to have Artemis's realm activated on that team. So there's a lot of combinations. This hero has been battle tested like forever. This hero is used like everywhere. So yeah, there's no mistake. This hero will be used a lot if you decide to get it. But there is one requirement: you have to have her at least at +1 to actually for her to be useful. All realm heroes need their +1, because if they don't have their realm right up the bat, either they have to be very fast, or yeah, and pretty much none of them are fast. So yeah, +1, you have to have her at +1 for her to actually be useful. But her actual sweet spot, in other words, the level that you once you get her to there, you don't need anything else. You can use her at +1 still. In that case, the +3 is gonna help her get more damage reflected, which is nice, but it's not really required. But this +5 for her changes her so much, because once you get her to +5, you'll be able to get a bunch of mana, and she'll be able to revive, and with 50% shields and all that good stuff. So this +5 is really powerful. So if you get Artemis, you don't have to. You can have her at +1. However, getting her +5 will change your game a lot. I mean, by a lot. So highly recommend to get her +5. You do need, the sweet spot is definitely the +5, but you need the +1 for her to actually be useful in that case, because that +5 is super freaking powerful. Let me correct myself. The +1 is the sweet spot. You can just use her at +1, no problem. But until you have her at +5, you won't see her true power in that case. That's what I'm getting at for sure. So let's talk about the new hero, Kunlun. Xiwangmu. Oh, these names are killing me, man. They're killing me. So this hero I've been testing, playing around a bunch, and I'm really liking her for sure. Powering up normal attack heroes like crazy from left to right, as you see in all my videos that I've been doing recently, is really powerful stuff. So I do expect to see really powerful things, especially with Lubu. Lubu and this gal are insane in my opinion, especially if Lubu is a +5. So yeah, I really dig this hero. But since she's so new, we still haven't seen the layers of what she can actually do in this case. But in terms of her sweet spot, I think her sweet spot is +0, because at +0 she's still able to give 300 freaking % more damage to more normal attack damage. So yeah, that is real. So you're gonna have to put a shield weapon on her, and you're gonna have to get heroes to actually give her mana in that case for her to actually work, because she is a slow hero. So as long as she's able to go off, you're good. You're good for sure. If not, you're gonna have problems. Now, her +1 is really nice as long as you're fighting a one-color boss or versus a mono team. You're gonna get a bunch of shields. Pretty much, you're gonna get a bunch of shields, which is really nice. But again, you have to have her. You have to make her go off. If she doesn't go off, she doesn't do much. She doesn't do anything. In that case, she's very similar to Maria in that case, and you have to mind the color that you're fighting against. And this +3 is required if you want to put her on defense. And this +5, I mean, yeah, she's gonna power up your heroes a lot faster, because once she goes off, instantly the eminence activates. So that's really nice right out the bat. So it's gonna help your team get the eminence faster, and those 100% stacks over and over faster, over and over again. But the main thing is that at +0 you're able to play this hero as long as you can keep her alive, as long as you have other heroes to give her mana and things like that. Heroes you can use to get her mana is Freya. Pretty much it. That's Freya, and let me show you both heroes first. That would be Freya. This is Freya. And finally, Bastet. But Bastet, more than anything on the attack. Bastet is not really used a lot on defense, but if you're playing in a free-to-play world, sure, you can put Bastet on defense. In that case, no problem. But try to put her on the right side so you get the actual mana there. So yeah, I really dig this hero. We still need to test her more and see how we can actually break this hero, because there are a lot of possibilities to actually break this hero by so many ways. It's not even funny. If you have her at higher awakenings, you can give her an attack weapon. I'm not a big fan of this weapon. Just giving her shields, that's not enough. This hero has the potential for her to actually do a bunch of damage with her own buff, because she isn't a normal attack hero. Let me show you here. When you actually get her to 9 badges, you'll be able to get 100% more normal attack for herself. So it's gonna be 400% more damage from herself. So I'm gonna just put her in an attack weapon. I'm just gonna give her Lupita's weapon. Wait a second. Lupita's weapon here. So that's what I'm planning to do for now. Maybe I should change to another attack weapon there. Hopefully they release attack weapons that are more normal attack based, so I can equip her with that. So yeah, very nice, guys. Now last but certainly not least is this monster of a hero, Lubu. Red did not need a taunt hero, and we have a taunt hero that one-shots enemies if you're not careful. Yeah, this guy is an absolute monster. This guy can make you lose more easily if you're putting him on a red team or on any team in general. So I've seen him used a lot in the team for. Let me show you real quick. I like to show this because some players don't know the names for these heroes. Let me see. For Rosamia teams that have Apollo on them, usually I see that guy there as well, because that usually protects Rosamia and all other heroes that are on the team. So that's another place that you can actually use Lubu. And by the way, I've said it before that I don't have Lubu, and I finally have Lubu, even if he's +0. But yeah, something that you need to take into account with Lubu is having his +1 is required to actually use him, because reducing 60% of damage taken is going to change your game by a lot, and it cannot be dispelled and stacks one time and all that good stuff. So yeah, reduces damage taken by 6%. This will change your game as your Luwu player. So I really want to get his +1. And when you play with him as well, having his own weapon is required as well. So you have to have him a +1, and you have to have his weapon for him to overperform in all the ways. Once you get him to +1 and you actually have his weapon, you're good. You're good, because this here is really freaking powerful. At +1, it's not going to do so much damage, but it is going to be a very powerful tank for sure. Overheat, penetration. This is what, and +3, it's gonna help you start to do more damage and all that good stuff. But once you get him to +5, yeah, you can actually have the revival. But if you already have a hero like Naya is the yellow hero that creates 2 realms. Once you have that hero, you can just put her next to him, and you get the revival thing. So you can still have him +1 and have him revive in that case. That's why Naya is one of the top 10 most impactful heroes of 2024. But this is the part that actually is really scary. Enhance Unravel increases damage dealt to shields by 200% and extra damage dealt to the target by 1,280. This is the one-shot power that he actually has. So yeah, once you get him to +5, he can start one-shotting enemies like crazy. And as I said, if you combine it with Xiwangmu, this guy is insane with the damage. It's pretty disgusting stuff. It's no secret that Luwu is an amazing hero. He has been battle tested, and everybody wants this guy now. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Now, let's talk about the 4 stars. Snape, nah. I don't recommend you to get him. If you're literally starting the game, sure, you can play around with Snape, but no. He's never been a very good hero in general. Tygroth, I said Tygroth is a terrible hero, and I continue to say that Tygroth is a terrible hero. Some players have been telling me that he does have some usefulness in Tower of Illusion to eliminate heroes in the first turn and all the good stuff, because he does do AoE. So maybe in the first levels of Tower of Illusion you could use Tygroth, but outside of that he's completely useless. I'm sorry, guys. I know you want to save Tygroth, but you're not gonna save him. You're not gonna save him from me. Now, Tarmo is a decent hero, especially if you have heroes of his own faction. He's gonna get a bunch of dodge ability in that case, and damage share and all that good stuff. So he's a decent hero for sure, and especially if you're using him on his own faction. He's a decent hero for sure, and an amazing hero to actually hold the whip there. And Isola is one of the most fun heroes of all the 4 stars, one of the most fun heroes to play with. She goes off over and over and over again. Yeah, she's an amazing hero. I really like her for sure. Fei Yun is a crazy hero. She gives mana to your team. She gives life to your team. For a 4 star, she has really powerful abilities. Do not underestimate Fei Yun. Wait a minute. Did we get double Isola? Okay. Somebody in the devs made a mistake because they put Isola twice. No bueno, no bueno. But that's good news for anybody that really wants Isola, I guess. Oh, well, those are the options for the 4 stars, surprisingly. Now, which one of these 5-star heroes do I think that you should focus the most? What is my #1 option? Let's say it like that. I mean, I gotta say there has to be Artemis. Artemis, as I said, is the only realm hero for purple that is a team realm hero. And without her, you're probably gonna lose a fight, so you really need a realm hero. And her abilities are no joke. Reflect with the actual counters and shield breaking. Remember, purple does need shield breaking. She does give shield breaking. So yeah, she has a lot of things that you need packed in one hero. So if you don't have Artemis, get Artemis and get her to +1. For sure, especially if purple is your main color. There's a lot of players that have purple as their main color. So yeah, you gotta get Artemis, guys, for sure. Second option for sure, I mean, it has to be a Lubu. Lubu has been battle tested. As I said before, he does decent amount of damage. At +1, he's an amazing tank, especially with his own weapon. So yeah, very powerful hero. The only downside of Lubu is, as just like Artemis, you have to have his +1. And on top of that, you have to have his own weapon. There's no way around it. If you don't have those, you're going to have problems with Lubu. But once you get him to +1 and you have his own weapon, you're good to go. You're good to go. He's an amazing tank for sure. Without his other awakenings, he's just going to be a good tank. However, once you get him to +5, he's a monster of a damage hero. You can even use him on the attack to do a bunch of damage. So very, 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 very powerful for sure, guys, if you have him awaken at higher levels. And of course, Xiwangmu, even though Xiwangmu I didn't choose as one of the top options, you can still use her at +0. And if you have Lubu, if you have other heroes that actually do damage with normal attack damage, you can bring her in at +0 and do a lot of things. Very scary hero for a future. Yeah, I started to think what would happen once players start to get this hero at 9 badges and start powering up other heroes in the game. They're already broken, and they don't need to have like 300% more freaking damage. That is insane to me. It is freaking insane, guys. So for now, he's one of the lower options. Now, for the 4 stars, for the number 1 option, I mean, the developers made it really clear. It has to be Isola. Isola, what I love about Isola is she has an ability that many powerful 5 stars have,